welcome back to Mind Trick Media. Today, he doesn't know what's going on, but we're going to play a game that we like playing often, and it is a Star Wars yes or no, agree, disagree, give me your feelings and thoughts. But I went a little different. There's some very different questions in here today. Didn't remember if I turned my mic on, but so yeah, Star Wars yes or no, and then obviously we're probably going to talk about it. Forgot how many I wrote, so we're going to go from there. First one, other than the Skywalker family, Ahsoka has the best storyline / character arc.
It has nothing to do with her family, just her.
Huh?
Well, you said family, so I don't
Well,
know. Why that...
other than the Skywalker, so no Padme, no Luke, no Anakin, no Leia.
In canon?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if this is a canon or just Star Wars question.
Movie show question.
I'm trying to think of what's like there to compare it to, because it's definitely up there.
So Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Darth Maul, Palpatine.
I feel like there's so many
Rex.
There's so many things that we have that's legends for some of those characters that and then you have Ahsoka.
I mean, not a lot for those.
I mean, Palpatine's mainly.
Yes.
Obi-Wan's younger self, which has a lot more development, is. I guess.
I would kind of count that. Don't count Bane and Revan and
Okay.
them. Main storyline Skywalker saga. Obviously, you have any of the Jedi. R2-D2.
Reread the question again.
Other than the Skywalker family, Ahsoka has the best storyline / character arc. Yes or no?
I kind of want to say yes. And it's because we already have what we have. We have the entire Clone Wars laid out where it's mainly around her. It's around everybody, but she's involved a lot. And then we have the Ahsoka series. We have her in Rebels. We have her. Who knows how much longer they're gonna have her throughout the Ahsoka series / Heir to the Empire / whatever the fuck they're doing, because we don't know what they're doing. I think I want to say yes.
All right. I don't know. I definitely think Maul's is better, but I think that might be I think this is more of a personal question than it is a right or wrong.
I kind of think with Maul's his is too short right now, and then there's a lot of gap. We have Rebels to bridge a little bit of gap for Ahsoka.
We also have a book that bridges young Darth Maul, so
that book's I guess it's Legends, but
it's tossy. I mean nothing about it breaks
I
canon.
think canon for sure has to be Ahsoka, and I think Maul can, depending on what they do with the Maul series. I mean, Maul could be right there.
What about Kanan's arc?
It's not about Kanan though. Obviously Kanan's arc is great, but it's not really centered around him, which is why it's not up there.
What about Ezra then?
I feel same thing. And then in the Ahsoka series, he's not getting the spotlight. So it's
that we know of yet.
Yeah. But that's where I'm at with it, where it's all right, Ahsoka has critical things that she's doing in Rebels that she's not necessarily. She's the spotlight within the shadows. You know what I mean? She's always, because she's heavily involved with every single thing that's happening, regardless if we see her on the screen or not. We know that.
But I think that's the beauty of the 7th season of Clone Wars. You have two characters who are these shadowy, thrown behind everyone characters who have this duel over just the fight between right and wrong, even though that they're fighting on the opposite sides of what they usually would. In Maul's defense, he's trying to get Ahsoka to understand what's happening, and she's actually the one kind of initiating the fight against, like, this is what the good guys are doing, and Maul's like, you're not the good guy in this situation. Like,
What a hard ass line from Darth Maul. I see the Padawan needs one more lesson.
dude, his one-liners are crazy.
Yeah, I think yes. I think we're still gonna get so much more from her.
But we're gonna get more Maul too.
I still feel like we have more from Ahsoka that plays.
I think it's a preference.
I guess. I mean, it's all preference, but
I mean, some things are right or wrong, or like you have a specific answer that, like, I don't know. We can move on though. So, you gave a yes, okay. Mm-hmm. So next one, Phase 2 helmets are better than Phase 1 helmets.
No.
I don't think so either. So that's been I've seen this over the last like couple years, and we've never really talked about it. And if we have, I don't remember. I like Phase 1 helmets better than I like Phase 2 helmets. Now, some of the helmets can look better.
Yeah.
Like, I think Cody's helmet looks solid.
I like Rex's like blended helmet.
Yeah,
But
Rex is kind of his own thing.
Rex is the closest one to Phase 2, though, that's straying away from Phase 1 more, that I like. But no, I think Phase 1's significantly better. Like, when I see Phase 1, like, that's a clone. That's my clone.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's something about how, like, I don't know. Like, to me, like, I don't know. Like, I do like it better. Or, like, at least I think I like it better. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I feel like they started adding cool shit. Yeah, dude, I like Phase 1 helmets better.
I mean, like, so this is a bad example because we're looking at Jesse, but Jesse's helmet looks sick just because it has the design on it. But no, just the general look, I think.
Well, I think with Phase 2,
better.
why people like them so much is by Phase 2, all of the clones have their own, like, encouraged personalities. Yeah. So, like, when people think of those helmets, they think of Rexes, they think of Cody's, they think of Jesse's, they think of Wolf's, they think of these characters who have these crazy designs, but, like, see, even that, I like their Phase 1 helmets better.
I think I like Rex's Phase 2 better.
His is not even... His is a Phase 1.5. He doesn't even count. But... Yeah, I thought that... I was thinking about that this morning, and I was like, that's a great question. All right. People are missing the point when saying that Anakin is childish and has bad dialogue.
They're missing the point?
Mm.
I mean, we've said it a million times on here.
Well, I just wanted to get your pure confirmation that that's like
pure confirmation for the 50th time.
Yeah, well, because like usually it's like it's a tangent, and we're not like this is like very much of a yes no, and like maybe like a specific reason other than like just an emotional reason, but like I think more along the lines like not necessarily if it's like I think people look at it too much. Is it good or bad versus why it's like that.
I saw this. I'm going to go off on a tangent. You said you didn't want it to be a tangent, but it's going to be. I saw this TikTok the other day, and it was of Hayden Christensen, and it was talking about how he's a bad actor. And it showed a scene from a different movie that I've never seen, I've never heard of. I don't know what it is.
That's a great way to get into it.
But it showed, like, the scenes leading up to it, and, like, it basically, I think there was something, like, wrong with his character, whoever he was playing. And I think somebody passed away. And he just was like losing his mind, or something went wrong. He was
He's dying.
What do you mean?
That movie where he's like in a
hospital. No, it's not that movie.
Oh.
It's a different. I know what that movie is. It's
the
not
other
that
one.
movie.
The other one's like he's in like that one movie called like Jumpers.
Yeah, it's not that movie.
That's not that movie. That's a different movie.
Yeah, that movie's called like Awake or something.
Something like that.
But no,
it's not Jumpers either.
No. I don't know what movie it is, but I think somebody died or something like that, and he's like, it's the same thing. He like, in Attack of the Clones, how he acted in that scene. It's basically the same thing. and he's like crying, and somebody's like there trying to comfort him, and he's just not having it. I don't know. But I'm just sitting here and I'm like, people probably think that this is bad acting. And I'm like, it just feels so real when it comes from him to me. You know what I mean? Like, he takes a situation like Star Wars. Star Wars isn't real. Nothing about Star Wars is real.
But that's what I mean. I feel like too many people look at it that way, but they're missing the point of Anakin as a character. That's what I'm saying. Not from an acting perspective.
Oh, they're missing the point. Oh, your question was about Anakin specifically?
Yeah, like...
Oh, well, yeah, definitely.
I said Anakin.
Because they're so caught up with, I guess.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
they're
like,
just so caught up with...
People are missing the point with Anakin, specifically Anakin as a character, when it comes to being childish and having bad dialogue.
Then yes, because the problem is they're so like caught up in the acting and the person acting it more than they're caught up in the actual story that's going on.
I think a lot of people's argument is that like if he wasn't the actor, that whatever actor would be playing him would have not wanted to do that scene, and they would have made him change it or just like ad-libbed it and stuff. And just,
well, I think that's why I like it better from an actor perspective, because he's doing the role, in my opinion, good for what he's like. I mean, what he's given. It feels more. Every scene that I see with him like that, it just feels more real. It doesn't feel like acted. You know what I mean?
In what way, though? Do you think that, like, a different actor would have went more of an angry route than, like, a, like, angry, sad route? Like, they would have just been pure rage? Or, like, how do you think a different person would have done it that would change your mind? Like the scene I'm thinking about, there's a movie, and it's a scene where this guy is at war, and it's Tobey Maguire, and his brother is Jake Gyllenhaal. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what the name of the movie is.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was called that, but
I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen the scene. I know
what you're
talking about.
Tobey Maguire's like crash out in that movie. Like, I'm pretty sure that's Natalie Portman, isn't it? Mm-hmm. They talk to her like after that movie, and the reason she starts crying is not because that's like what she was supposed to do. She was like genuinely terrified. And so that's what I mean. Would a scene like that be better? Like, do you think people would have accepted that scene better if Anakin would have lashed out?
I mean,
obviously lashed out with the Tusken Raiders, but like, I mean, lashed out in that scene specific. Like, most people talk about.
This goes back to just misunderstanding the point of Anakin's character.
What's what I'm saying? But you keep bringing up acting, and that's not what I'm saying.
Well, I know, but like that's still just changing the aspect of not understanding the character. The scene needed to be that way for the character more than.
That's more of what I was asking. Not take the acting out. I guess bad dialogue I shouldn't have added, but like more like a bad portrayal of a person in Anakin's situation.
I don't think a crash out would have been better. I mean, he did crash out, but like you said, in more of a sad kind of way.
Yeah, I'm thinking because when most people talk about that scene, they're talking about a lot of people talk about the sand scene, but like a lot of people are talking about that scene where he's in the repair shop, mm-hmm. and it's just him and Padme. I feel like a lot of people talk about that scene as being like badly acted, and even if you feel that way, that's not the point of that scene.
Right.
The point's not to be like acted great. The point is supposed to be how that character feels and how he doesn't know how to deal with his emotions, and everyone's telling him to just swallow his emotions, but no one understands him because no one has that relationship.
But that's exactly why I think the scene's acted really well.
But that's what I'm saying. We're not talking about acting.
I know, but that's why I do think it's acted
because there are some dialogue points that suck. That's not necessarily his fault, but like.
So I mean, yeah, I don't think people understand what's going on more than they're worried about other stuff.
I feel like there's been like, and don't get me wrong, because I mean that's partly what we do on the podcast. We do is like talk shit about movies or characters and stuff like that and acting. My thing with this is that like I feel like a lot of people like can't like bad movies anymore. And not saying this is a bad movie, but like. bad movies or movies that are just fine, they have to look at them like they're like, is this gonna win an Oscar? If it's not, like, then fuck that movie. And like that's, I think I'm having deja vu. I think we talked about this before, but like it's so hard to like or tell people you like bad movies just because that you like what's the movie's about. And you don't sit there and like have to like have a notepad out critiquing like, this actor looked towards the camera when he wasn't supposed to, and
People can't.
this actor like should have said this instead.
People can't enjoy something when it's just
They
supposed
want
to be
everything
fun.
to be perfect.
Yeah.
And then when you ask them what their favorite movie is, it's a movie with a lot of problems. Or like the characters are just like ridiculous. But anyway, we can move on. The Boba Fett show would have been good if they kept going on the Tusken Raider, Pikes, and Cad Bane path, but the fans specifically ruined it.
I mean, yeah, I think it would have been better if they. Well, the overarching like getting back to where he's like taking over Jabba's palace and whatnot. Like, I don't really hate that. It's
how they go about doing it.
Yeah, it's how they go about doing all of it, and then there's a whole episode that's literally Mandalorian season 3.5 or 2.5, whatever the fuck came out then. But and then there was some scenes in that show that were ridiculous, like when they were on those scooter bikes with all those kids and shit.
I think they added way more shit than what they needed when they could have just let Boba Fett be in the entirety of the show and no one would have been like. Well, I also think fixing his armor was a bad idea.
Yeah, it looked too clean. Didn't make sense.
Yeah, like
when we see Boba in The Mandalorian the first time when he just beats the shit out of the fucking stormtroopers. If they would have just went down the route where he's like, all right, he gets caught by the Tusken Raiders, he has to like survive as a prisoner while he's there, and even if he comes back and does take over Jabba's palace, and he's just a menace to society, that's what I feel like that's what he should have been. He was.
He didn't have to be a menace. He could just like be like an actual ruler of that area. Like I feel like what they ended the show with, I'm like, that's what you should have tried to do the entire time, was him be like this Iron Throne type person. Like,
see, I don't know if I really think that. I think he's like kind of too nice at the end.
That's what I mean. No, at the end though, he's like, "This shit is mine. I'm fucking good. My place, my rules." Like, I feel like that's how it should have went more.
I don't know. We need to rewatch that show. We've talked about it so many times.
I don't know if I want to.
I know, but like I feel like we should.
I mean, I'm not opposed, but it's just gonna reaffirm how much like I was interested in the first couple episodes and how they just like completely pivot, and I'm just like, all right, cool. Next, showing Darth Plagueis in the TV show was a top 3 worst mistakes Star Wars has made. So what are some mistakes that Star Wars has made? Bringing back Palpatine.
The sequels.
Is Plagueis 3? Is Boba Fett 3?
I don't think necessarily Plagueis himself was that big of an issue. The problem is everything that led up to get to that moment was the issue. It's not necessarily that Plagueis is there. You know what I mean? It's not that. Now, he was way too old looking comparatively speaking to what he should have been. And we have that as an issue, I guess. But Plagueis himself being there, I don't think is necessarily that big of an issue. But all of it leading up to it was an issue.
So who's a no?
Top 3? Palpatine not even necessarily Palpatine. It's fucking how they did it. Again, it's just because
the essence transfer. The essence transfer thing is like not a new thing.
No.
So that's not really the issue. Number 1, they didn't explain that. Number 2,
well, that's not even really
everything else. What was the point of Snoke? What was the point of that?
I'm gonna say yes, just because where the fuck do we go from here? That doesn't make shit worse.
Yeah, he's just like kind of in a weird limbo of like we're just not gonna see him now
Yeah.
unless they like retcon it.
I'm going to say yes for that reason. In reality, I probably don't really think that. It's complicated, but I'm going to go ahead and say yes because I can't say like the sequels because it's like, okay, like just coming.
You gotta talk about decisions within them.
Yeah,
Like
decisions within
making the
everything.
sequels in a grand scheme in the Skywalker saga was a bad idea. But you know what's crazy? They could have just done exactly what they done and just pulled all of the old shit out of it. The Han, Luke, Leia. They could have pulled all that out, Vader, and just made that and just been like, oh yeah, I'm Ben Skywalker or Ben Solo, and I'm Rey, and we're this, and pulled Palpatine out. And honestly, it probably wouldn't have been. It would have been a lot more like better, well received.
Yeah,
if they
because-
just wouldn't have connected it.
Yeah, because most of it is the shitting on all the old characters. That's the problem with it. That's the main problems with it. Now, is there other problems? Yes. But those are the... Yes, there is, clearly.
Yeah.
But those are
I didn't know that needed to be said.
Well, yeah.
There's
Well,
issues.
It does need to be said. Somebody needs to hear it. But the overarching idea, not necessarily the worst thing in the world. But again, like we have Plagueis here where he comes out of nowhere, which is fine. But how we got to him, I think is a major
I think it
problem.
also just makes no sense because I don't know what he's spying on. Because Palpatine, I don't think is born yet. So maybe he's looking for an apprentice, but he has to murk him. So, and
Well, in the novelization that we read, he had 7 candidates to be, I think it was 7, to be his apprentice. And he ultimately ended up choosing Palpatine because Palpatine's ability to basically become this political figure to do exactly what they did to lead up to Order 66. So it's like, okay, he could be one of the 7 people. I mean, but again, how we got there, it's just major issues. And then sorry, but then now we're just sitting here like, are we even gonna get the rest of it? Like, which
I don't want it if it's attached to Acolyte.
well, right?
The current Disney Star Wars would fail miserably at making good Legends Sith Lords.
I think it depends on who's making it.
I think they all fail. I don't think a single person there can.
I think Dave Filoni could.
I don't think he could. I think he would change too much. The issue with something like this is that we want pure pages to screen. Now, if you have to cut stuff out because of time, get it. I get that. Don't change shit. And I think they would. I think he would change it way more. There'd have to be like little like stuff thrown in there that's like, oh, look at this. It's like a fucking like somehow there's an Ahsoka helmet from Phase 2 in there or some shit. Like they just have to do
before that time period.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like there would have to be there'd be something that would piss me off.
I think Dave Filoni could do it, but nobody else could.
I don't know if he could. I like I said, I really do think he would change too much.
Time will tell. I think we'll eventually get something.
Hopefully they've already sold or we're dead. The Darth Maul series is coming too late.
No. Because it's like Clone Wars-esque, where it's like it's going to be Clone Wars style. It's only a year after the Clone Wars. No, I don't think so.
I think it's coming a little late. I think it should have came out 10 years ago.
I don't really think so. I think the issue is we have the prequels that came out, and then they like kind of turned it around and started working on the Clone Wars like right after that. Basically, it was a few years, but they started working on the Clone Wars. He's involved in the Clone Wars, and then they sell it, and then Disney takes over, and then they're starting to work on their own projects because that's what anybody would do, like purchasing something like that. So I don't really think so. I think the fact that they came back around and turned around and finished the Clone Wars, you have the Bad Batch to have like a bridge through the rest of it, to get past Order 66, and then you have Maul to continue through to get through Rebels that George Lucas created. No, I don't think so. I think.
What do you think this series is going to be about?
I have no fucking clue. I don't.
Is it the between him and Rebels? Is there something with the Solo movie esque where he's like this, like, I wouldn't say like a bounty hunter, but like a debt collector esque, like mafia boss? Like, yeah. I'm curious to see where it's at, but I don't know how long. I kind of think it is coming a little late.
I don't know how long it's supposed to be.
This could have been one of the first series, like, into Star Wars Disney Star Wars that they could have done.
I just think it goes back to Disney taking over and them wanting to make their own things.
Like, I think this should have been made like after season 7 of the Clone Wars. See, like Bad Batch and then Maul.
I also kind of disagree because of them working on all the other projects. Because, say, like Obi-Wan, for example, like we've talked about before, Hayden and Ewan are getting too old for some of this shit. Like, they're gonna eventually get to a point where they can't do anything anymore.
To be fair, the Kenobi series probably should have never been made. And if it was, they probably should have took a different route than they did. Which...
That's not the point. The point is like they have these other shows where it's like they needed to be done first because they're live action and they're bringing back people to play these characters. Like, they kind of need to do that first.
But the thing is, they're still doing all those projects and doing more projects with them. Like, the animated would not have had to do with any of that. They could have just had that done. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's... Because when is it coming out? Next year?
It's hard to say because if they wanted to do one project a year and here we are, like, that's already not happening. Vision comes out in like 2 weeks or some shit. Ahsoka comes out next year. Mandalorian comes out next year. I don't know.
No matter how Ahsoka Season 2 goes... It will still be seen as a whatever project by most fans.
Yeah. That's how all Star Wars is right now.
I mean, not the Acolyte. Like, all fans are...
When we watched the Mandalorian trailer, we saw all the comments where people were just like, another Star Wars project, and it's like, why'd you watch the video then? I can't grasp that. You know what I mean? Like, let the people that want to enjoy this enjoy it. Like, come on.
So speaking of The Mandalorian, The Mandalorian and Grogu movie will do $1 billion at the box office and will jumpstart Star Wars into a new era of movie-driven media.
I really hope so. It needs to.
You want movies?
I don't. Well, forget the second part. The first part needs to happen for Star Wars. Like, legitimately?
Well, more than that, do you think that'll happen? Do you think it'll be like a...
Based on watching the trailer and seeing the comment section, no.
Do you think it'll lose money or barely
I don't know what the budget is.
I can't imagine it's not a fuck ton.
I could see it making like...
let's just say 250 to 300 million.
I could see
it needs to. It needs to make like 600 million.
I think it'll make like 5 or 6. But I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. It needs to. I want it to because it needs it. But no, I don't think it will.
And then, do you think it'll jumpstart? If it does that,
well,
do you think it'll jumpstart like a movie era again?
Well, we're already kind of getting this movie era that they've projected.
Yeah, but I think this movie's first because they're holding their breath.
Maybe.
Because if this flops, I don't think any of those happen.
Right.
And if they do, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I think the Starfighter movie is still happening. I think they've already started filming for that.
Which is, I don't know why that's a forefront project.
I would rather...
I have my own opinions about that.
I'm more for that than the sequel, to be honest.
I'm not for either.
Well, I'm more for that.
I'd rather them start making one-off movies.
That is a one-off movie.
Yeah, but ones that matter. I could give a shit about 400 years in the future after this bullshit.
I mean,
I don't care about this bullshit.
I'm still a lot more excited for that.
I also hate. I don't like the casting. I'm sorry. Like, it's not against him. I like him. It's against the big names in Star Wars. I just don't like it.
I think we're already gonna get the movies. It's just how many and how successful are they gonna be.
To be fair, like, just because this one does $1 billion and if it does, and if it's good, no one wants to watch that Rey movie. No matter what happens.
Yeah.
Like, that's a dumb idea from the get-go of just being like, we're going to save it. The only thing you're saving is, like, yourself from, like, living with the whatever this is. Mm-hmm. Or has been. But, I don't know. Like, so rolling into that, too. Star Wars needs to be sold to fix the franchise after the sequels and a set of bad shows.
I think Disney has all the resources to make good stuff, and they're just choosing not to.
So it's just brain capacity being stupid?
I think there is some lack of knowledge towards Star Wars, and I do think that there is also lack of care towards Star Wars, where they're just so fixated on, I want an original project, and that's all they care about.
But the issue is you can have an original project with non-original characters.
Yeah.
It's not that fucking hard.
I know.
You could literally go, that character, okay, tell me everything about that character anybody's known. Oh, there's no ending to him? Dope, let's make an ending. Not that hard.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we know a lot about this character from this point back. Does he have an origin? No? Cool, we can make an origin. You're creating stuff. It's just because the character isn't created. Yeah. Like, you tried so hard to do that with Ben Solo that you just took two names from Legends and combined them.
Yeah. I think they have all the resources to do it.
I don't think they do.
Oh, they have the resources.
Because I don't even trust the Star Wars people in Star Wars anymore.
I think they have the resources. They're just choosing to do what they want to do.
Darth Maul is an overrated character in live action.
You realize I haven't even answered like the last 4 questions?
Yeah, but you've mostly answered.
They've all kind of been like, maybe.
Well, okay, so you said no matter how Ahsoka goes, you said yes. Darth Maul series, you said no. Mandalorian and Grogu, you said no. Star Wars needs to be sold, you said no. Is Darth Maul an overrated character in live action?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I think in a way, yes. They fucking nailed how he looks, for sure. They nailed the fuck out of that. When people say that he's their favorite before we had anything in the Clone Wars or anything, I think that's fucking crazy, in my opinion.
I guess it's kind of where the question stems from, but it's weird to love a character that you know nothing about.
That has 3 lines of dialogue.
Is it 3? I don't even know.
It's 2 or 3.
It's sub 5. Like it's
It's 1 line.
It's the at last line.
Yeah. And I think that's it.
Is that 2 lines considered 2 lines? 2 sentences?
I think it's he has 2 lines in Solo. Because he has the line, she talks back to him, and then he responds. So 2, I guess.
So he has 4, maybe. 3-ish.
I'm going to say 3. I feel like it's going to be considered 2, but I'm going to say 3. And it's like, I don't understand how that can be your favorite character. Like, yeah, cool. He's cool. He looks awesome. He fought amazing.
If the only thing you've seen is the movies, and you have no other Star Wars media, I think it's weird.
Well, that's like Sean, for example. His favorite character is Darth Maul. And I'm like, how?
But I will say, I think a lot of people like Darth Maul because of video games too, though. He was really good in the 2 Battlefront games.
He's got a double-bladed lightsaber.
Which I don't like as much as dual lightsabers. I think we've talked about that multiple times.
I think it looks cool.
Yo, blades that you can break, and then it's 2 even ones, I like that.
Like cows.
No.
It's literally.
I was thinking more of Bastila, but
I don't know if hers does that.
I don't know if it does either. I'm just making shit up.
Cows literally does that.
I don't mean Bastila either. I meant Shatil.
Yeah.
But Shatil. What the fuck am I saying? Shatil. Sean. Fuck. I don't like Cow's lightsaber. I think it's ugly.
Well, Cow's lightsaber does exactly what you said, so.
I don't like him then.
You're stupid. Next question.
This is the final question. If a Darth Bane show or movie were to happen, the casting would most likely be horrible or change from the idea of the book and would ruin the show for hardcore fans.
we've talked about this, and I disagree with you a little bit in an aspect where it's like we need a 7 foot tall dude to fucking be Cassidy.
You don't need a 7 foot tall dude. You need a big dude.
Yeah, I agree. You need a big, muscular.
He's not
dude.
even 7 foot tall. I think we talked about that. He's like 6'2" to 5.
Well, okay, but just in general, we've talked about how some.
What's his name's a big fuck.
Malgus is 7'2".
Yeah, Malgus we can't do.
I think we can do it. He's just not going to be 7'2".
But there are 7'2" guys that could do it.
Sure.
We'll just make Wemby fat. He's a
fat.
Star Wars fan.
We would have to just.
Have you seen Wemby? Would have
Malgus?
to...
No, Malgus. Malgus isn't fat.
Well, I know. Wemby is a pole.
Yeah, I know.
Do you even know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen him.
Okay.
He talks about Star Wars all the time.
Yeah, that's the reason I said that. But
Yeah.
he'd have to put a bodysuit on.
Dude, you have CGI. I think it'd be fine. You just need
I don't want CGI. I want it to look real. There's some big we could get some of the like world's strongest men dudes to do
I think
it.
we could get some big like 6 foot to 6'5" guys to do
That's
it.
that's what I'm saying. They can't be 5'10" guys though.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, who'd you say originally for
Oh, I don't even remember.
for Bane? It sucked.
we had like we had like 3 people.
They would probably choose The Rock.
Yeah, no.
Um,
Who did we come up with that day?
I don't know.
Wasn't Dana White one of them?
Dude, he's 5'8".
That was the issue with that one.
I just think that would be terrible.
He
doesn't know a fucking thing,
we
dude.
talked about it once, and I kind of still agree with this. We need a Bane in the first and second like movie like adaptation, and then we need a different one for the third one.
A 3-movie trilogy would take 10 years. The dude would be 10 years fucking older.
I guess. But Bane, if you guys don't know, he goes through a Jurassic transformation in his story where he is only 40 years old and he looks like hell.
But basically, you have to pick like a 6'2" to 6'5" guy
Yeah.
who's bald and fucking yoked, like Alan Ritchson bald.
I don't think he could act it.
He would be too jokey.
Yeah. He's not, like, obviously we've seen Reacher and he's like, or I've seen Reacher. I don't know if you've seen it.
In the first season.
I've only seen the first season too. I mean, he's menacing in a different way in that, but he wouldn't be like Bane menacing.
I think he could be.
Maybe. It'd be cool to see
He would
him.
have to be bald. And I don't think he's willing to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool to see him in like a real serious role like that. Like obviously Reacher is serious.
He keeps getting hired. He like keeps making or is coming out. Dude, he's in the last 5 years he's probably made 100 fucking movies. But every single movie he's like a joking big guy who like does crazy shit. Like everything it's like he's like a giant menace who like laughs like a girl and like makes jokes about blowing shit up and like it's just weird. But
yeah.
I really don't know who you could do. Like I'd have to look at like a group of people, but I feel like there's no one that
Big,
fits.
muscular, bald actors.
every single character or person that we come up with is they're gonna have to become bald. Like I don't think there's a single bald one that's like that. Like who's young enough, but also like
Patrick Stewart.
he's 100.
Bruce Willis.
He's going through a lot. I feel bad for him.
Jason Statham.
He's 5'2". Maybe a child Bane. I can imagine Bane sounded like that too. He also has to be like has an American booming accent. Not an American, you know what I mean. He can't be British. Or Irish, Scottish, whatever the hell he is. It's from Wales. Is that Steve? No, that's Tony Crews. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think you're just going to have to make a guy bald.
Probably. Yeah, that's probably what they would have to do. Or he would just have hair and it'd be weird.
Absolutely not. We're already talking about things that are going to piss me off.
I mean, people have shaved their heads for roles before.
I just really don't know who they could do.
Channing Tatum.
Darth Bane's like, my name is Jeff.
That was awesome, actually. How tall is he?
Probably 6'2", to 6'2".
5'8". I'm just kidding.
Nah, he's not short. He's like 70 though now.
He's 6'1".
See, I was on point.
I think he could act it.
Nah, I think he's not. I don't think he's. Weirdly, I don't think he's big enough.
Well, no shit, but
You have to be built like a fridge, but muscular. Like, this dude has to be wearing shoulder pads. Is there like a former like athlete that could do it? Luke Kuechly. He's got to go bald. I have no clue how tall Luke Kuechly is.
the thing you're gonna give is Channing
Tell us
Tatum.
George
Is I
Kittle.
think he could act it. George Kittle could not act it.
Oh man,
No. What was the question?
I don't. If a Darth Bane show were to happen, the casting would most likely be horrible. Yes. Or change from the idea of the book and would ruin the show for hardcore fans.
There's a lot going on in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Um,
too heavy.
Yeah, probably. We've already been trying to figure out an actor, and we can't do it. There's nobody like currently. We would have to create Bane.
Who's someone that like fits the mold at least? The 6'2" to 6'5", built like a tank. Sub 50 years old. Dude, I don't know who the fuck it could be.
It would have to be.
Huh? If it's The Rock, I'm not even kidding.
Everything you described is The Rock.
Henry Cavill.
No, I said good acting.
Okay, we'll
You're
shave.
gonna find a good actor built like that.
We'll shave.
The Mountain's a good actor. He was good in Game of Thrones. He said like 4 things, but
We'll shave Henry Cavill's head.
the accent, I don't know if he could get it. It has to be like a booming voice, dude. I think you almost have to make like a football player to see if one of them can act.
If we're gonna pick an actor, it's probably Alan Rickman. That's probably the best one we got.
I think every time we say his name, we say it different.
I don't know.
Richson
Richson.
or Rickson. Richson.
He's probably the best option.
Alan Rickman, Snape.
Yeah. Was.
Yeah, it was.
Double was. I'm trying to think of it. I'd have to see him in costume. Do you think we could get him to cosplay it?
How the fuck would we get him to cosplay it?
PR
Hey,
team.
cosplay as Bane for us, please. Shave your head while you're at it so we can see what you look like.
I feel like he'd be willing to shave his head.
I don't know.
I'm about to sit here until we figure this out.
We just figured it out. That's the best option we got.
There's gotta be. We gotta have at least like a podium. Who's some just big fucks? You also gotta remember though, you have to find people who aren't as big of fucks to where you can cast
I was gonna say
Revan, Malgus, and Malik. Yet again, we said good actor.
He's not terrible. He just plays himself, but he's not terrible.
We're describing The Rock again. No, LeBron's too tall.
That needs to be fucking 7 foot.
The other guy needs to be 7 foot. Dude, I can't imagine him doing the voice of either of them. They're also both pasty white characters. Well, the one's like, I don't even know what Bane is. He becomes like a yellow and black, like he's
Darth Bane is 6'7".
never mind. LeBron doesn't have the head shape. LeBron's like squared. I don't think LeBron would do it either. He'd be like, Darth Bane, like the Batman character? I read about that. Oh, dude. Fucking, what's his name? Goddamn. Fucking Tom Hardy, if he was tall, would be awesome. But, well, let's look up 6'7" actors.
We're going to be here for a while, guys.
Hey, man.
Look at that one guy from Dexter.
From Dexter?
Yeah. The guy that escapes is big as fuck. He was in Vacation.
I don't remember that at all.
He's fucking huge.
Yeah, I don't remember that part of the movie, though. So from the look of it, 617's not happening. All those people are 180.
I told you that, dude. None of the you can't do somebody that's that tall.
Let's just do 6'4" and taller.
I think you need to go shorter, dude. Like,
Do 6'4" ain't that hard.
how tall are you? Not 6'4", so it's pretty hard.
There are 6'4" people in the world, Jordan.
Not Bane.
I don't know though.
Chris Hemsworth,
He ain't 6'4".
6'3".
Superman.
Corn sweat. Dude, he would love to do that, but he does not fit the build. He'd have to gain 100 pounds.
He's pretty good.
It would be tough.
We've established that. Especially with your criteria.
It's not mine. It's theirs. They can't cast a 5'8" guy. Tom Cruise, right there. He would pray to be.
He's
5'8".
6 foot.
Yeah.
So it's really weird. The AI.
Joe Manganiello. He's 6'5".
So
I don't know what his voice sounds like, but
it's really weird. It has a different height. So the Wikipedia Legends entry, he's 6'7". The footnote in Wikipedia says he's 6'3". And then some lore references his height to be 5'9".
that's bullshit. Some of these dudes, I don't even know who the fuck they are.
Oh, this is Bane from Batman. It says he's anywhere from 6'8" to 7'5".
Yeah.
I was
Which
like-
is not what Tom Hardy is.
I was like, what? Yeah, it says Tom Hardy, who portrayed him at 5'10". Have you guys seen those movies? How was his portrayal?
Ask me if I've seen
Okay, there
Batman.
you go. Then does it really matter how tall he is?
Yes.
He is 2 feet shorter than what it says he is.
Yeah, and everybody hates that movie.
Oh my god, we were gonna get a 7'8" motherfucker to play Bane. Are you kidding me?
7'8".
That's
Blake Shelton 6'5".
my bad. 7'5". Tyler, you're not gonna figure it out.
I felt like a couple good ones.
Ryan Reynolds.
Absolutely not.
What about Tom Holland? He's in everything.
He's 5'4". He's probably mad tall, and we're just like, because like Zendaya is like decently tall.
He's like 5'7", 5'8".
That's taller than I thought.
Zendaya's 5'9", 5'10".
Machine Gun Kelly is 6'5". He can play Malik. Don't even think.
I was little bitch. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so was that a yes or no
Mm-hmm. What
for
was
the
question?
Bane?
Yeah,
It's a yeah? They'd fuck it up?
probably.
Okay. All right. Got anything else?
No.
I did sort of want to mention, did you see the thing that just came out with I don't know if it was an interview or what it was with Hayden Christensen? he talked about this while they were filming. I believe it was Revenge of the Sith. Him and George Lucas took a walk while they were shooting. Did you see that?
I've seen like the walk.
So like they
Probably.
took no they like took a walk away from everything, and they were just like talking, and Hayden Christian was just talking about how like George Lucas was telling him, paraphrasing along the lines of like, you can't change the world, but you can create your own world, and then you can like bring people into your own world. And Hayden was like kind of talking about how that's like reshaped his life and like how he works and like how he like handles family and stuff like that. And it's been like everywhere right now, but
I haven't seen it at all.
I mean it was nothing like super important really, but I just thought it was something like, I feel like every once in a while there's like Star Wars news that comes out that's just like really random. But sorry, looking up to see what he exactly said. He said, George ended the conversation by saying, talking to Hayden, you can't change the world. It's not possible. All you can do is try to make your own world and then invite people to be a part of it. He said it was one of the most profound things that anyone's ever said to him, and it's really informed the way he lives his life. And then someone commented, says the guy who changed the world. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Got anything else?
No.
All right. It's been Mind Trick Media. See you guys.